The Aussie NFL Fantasy Show would like to acknowledge the traditional land owners and the leaders past, present and emerging of Ngunnawal, Ngambri and Darawal countries where we are working from today. This always was, and always will be, Aboriginal land.
Whether your fantasy team has been robbed of fantasy points by a star player laying a total egg, or you've been the victim to a high-risk player being injured at work, you need the right advice. There is only one place to go when your team or your player need representation in the court of public opinion. Make time with Manjot Melli, public defender.
Let's go. Let's go.
The defender of everything public.
Yeah.
Your Honour, I bring to you today a defendant, one quarterback, actually, a well-known quarterback who he's been charged by the state with severe underperformance, criminal underperformance, after he was drafted almost unanimously in the top 6 or 7 in leagues right across the fantasy realm and universe. I'm sorry to say, but I'm bringing the former GOAT, Tom Brady, in front of the court today, Your Honour.
I will now hear opening remarks from the prosecution.
You are so much better judge than me. All right. Well, I'm going to start right here, Your Honour, really quickly with just a couple of opening remarks. I don't think there's actually really a lot to say when someone is this obviously in the wrong. This is a man who's been able to drive his team for yards, and then he gets into red zones and just completely seems lost. He's not converting those drives into the fantasy point stat we've all become accustomed to over 440 years of Tom Brady playing American football and playing fantasy longer than most humans live. This year, since week 1, the rot has been pretty endemic. He's a man who's lost his way, a young man who thinks he's still young and is clearly no more. So he got into the red zone 3 different times against the Cowboys, unable to convert. Last week against the Saints, maybe more a product of the Saints offense having troubles after Jameis was banged up than actually the Buccaneers putting them away. And then this week, he didn't even have anyone to throw to. And he did find a way to score a touchdown. Gee, if it didn't take 6.5 quarters for that to happen, Your Honour, the game was all over. And he has been a perpetual disappointment for a guy who, especially in a 10-team league, you're relying on him because you're not picking up a second quarterback. You become so accustomed to Tom Brady making those points and scoring you those points, especially after a year like last year, where if it wasn't for a guy named Rodgers, he probably would have gone pretty close to the MVP. That's the closing of my opening remarks. I'd like to pass it to the witness.
Not the witness. You always say that. It's completely wrong.
Completely wrong.
I'm talking to you. 2 points.
I think that's right. No contest.
Who's witness? Has Manjot got a witness?
Have I got a witness? Not yet, but I do want to have my defense's opening remarks here.
Of course.
Now,
proceed.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. That is his full name. That is the guy I'm defending today. He is also known as the GOAT, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He also has many nicknames like TV12. Now, Your Honor, first up, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. He has been wrongfully accused of criminally underperforming. Now, there is a few factors at play. Yes, his fantasy point total has been low. But first off, he didn't have any receivers last week. Mike Evans, that is, he blew up Marshall Lattimore in the back. 100% was provoked by Marshall Lattimore going at my client, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. It was complete self-defense, but the NFL fought wrongly, so he got suspended a game. And of course, Thomas Brady, he was out of receivers. Godwin, he came back for literally one half, and then he just went off with a hamstring injury. It was just not good to see. Tom Brady has had no one. He had Russell Gage. That was his top receiver. It was literally looking like the Atlanta Falcons offensive weapons out of last year. Literally. Like, can we talk about this? He had Cameron Brate as his top tight end. He didn't get the luxury of a Kyle Pitts. That is a very, very much a robbery. Leonard Fournette was criminally underperforming too. Why don't we bring him to the stand here, Your Honor? Look, my client has
Probably
had
wouldn't fit the fat bastard.
yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why we got Tom Brady up here instead of him. Look, my client has been having to have court-ordered marriage counseling after coming back to play this season. It has clearly affected his performance a little bit, but we're just getting this our client's wife, Giselle Bunchen, are all sorted with all of the stuff. We need to convince her that playing is the best for our client, Thomas Brady. He has definitely not been having the greatest day in his marriage. As you would know, Your Honor, when your wife is against you, that is the worst possible thing. I wouldn't know, Your Honor. Maybe the prosecution, he might know, but you guys definitely would know. But look, definitely that would play. This week is a bit of a tough week because of Hurricane Ian. My thoughts are going out to all the Tampa residents. That game may not even be played. So this might not even be a valid contest because of Hurricane Ian. So we might have to actually wait for this one to be fully sorted until next week. But hey, look, Yana, I do ask for an adjournment due to Hurricane Ian conditions here. And also due to court-ordered marriage counseling between my boy Tom Brady and Giselle.
Objection, Your Honor.
That's my full opening statement. I know that took
Sustained.
5 minutes. Sorry, Your Honor.
I feel
Do we
like
have
I've
any
dealt a raw
close-
hand there because
Do we have
my
any
objections sustained.
remarks from the prosecution?
But I'd just like to quickly point out, in terms of no one to throw to, our defendant here has won Super Bowls with such household names as Malcolm Mitchell, N'Keal Harry, Aaron Dobson. The list goes on. Household names, people who cannot walk down the street in their neighborhoods without being stopped and recognized instantly because of their recognizability. And now we are led to believe that this same maker of great men is all of a sudden now just out of cards. If this is the same great man, I want to say that I think if he's willing to put himself in a position where he's revered at a standard higher than the average player, then he should be performing that way. And he has been drafted as such. And for that to be remembered, that the charge is the criminal underperformance and not his ability to turn water into wine when it comes to receivers. It's his own underperformance. Also, one other point I just wanted to bring up really quickly is around the officials and their handling of the Mike Evans situation. I think the defense here will have you believe that has something to do with Tom Brady, where Tom Brady has the full protection of the officials. We've known that for 20 years. Mike Evans coming in and playing his own police, he definitely was dealt with in the appropriate way, Your Honor.
Your Honor, objection. My client, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., has been a good boy, definitely hasn't cheated at all. There's no allegations of cheating against him, that's for sure. He has had a clean record. That's why the officials are always buddy with him. So it's all good in the hood. Am I right, Your Honor?
Objection is sustained.
This is so much more fun than being the judge, by the way, Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor, look,
Look,
I do want to say that Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., he always has slow starts to every single year. It feels like if you look at the Buccaneers 2020 Super Bowl winning season where they won Super Bowl 55 against the team they're going up against this week, the Kansas City Chiefs, you have to look just back 2 years to see that the Buccaneers started very slowly, but then Brady got his shit together and then eventually went on a playoff run. Maybe that's not fantasy relevant, because, well, there's no fantasy leagues that go on into the playoffs unless you're really, really something else. But then, yeah, I think Brady, he's gonna come good, Your Honor, and we just need to calm down. It's only week 3. He might look a bit mortal now because he's been the GOAT for about 44 years of his life, and he's at age 45, and now he's just looking like an average Joe playing quarterback because he's 45. But let's be careful. I think he can bounce back. It's just eventually Tampa will click on offense once everyone comes back. Evans comes back this week, presuming that there's actually a game this week with Hurricane Ian. Again, thoughts out to all the Tampa residents from me, the public defender, to all of you. But hey, look, I just think, yeah, if there is a game this week and Evans is playing, he can still play well, Your Honor. I think this is a good chance for Brady to bounce back with a guy like Evans playing. So there, I rest my case for now, Your Honor.
Now, I'm very unbiased judge, someone who hasn't just picked up Mr. Thomas Brady in some 16-team league that will remain nameless. And I'm not above a bribe. I am very much someone that is very happy to be bribed. And your bag of money just arrived, Manjot. So you win. Well done.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I have a witness to call, Your Honor.
Whoa.
Hang on.
State does have one witness, a specialist witness, someone who's has intimate knowledge of the situation, and I'd like to call one Talor Goodall on behalf of Tom Brady drafters everywhere. Talor Goodall, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Here. I don't know what you meant to say after that.
Bloody ripper. You say, you ripper, like you got off the sports bet ad, mate. That's what you do. Mate, is it true that you drafted Tom Brady in the 16-team Astro League?
Correct.
Is it also true that in the last 2 weeks you had traded him away for a far inferior quarterback by name, Matt Stafford?
Correct. Staph infection, actually, but correct.
Is it also true that the team you had traded Tom Brady to dropped Tom Brady cold in a 16-team league?
Cold like a salad.
Mate, thank you for your testimony. That is all.
All right,
Manjot.
cross-examination. I have to cross-examine.
Here we go.
Yes. All right. First up, who was Tom Brady's replacement on that other 16-team league team?
Marcus Mariota.
So you're telling me that this guy was serious enough to drop Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. the GOAT for Marcus Mariota? I mean, he might be in that jersey straight behind you, but look, Talor, I'm not really sure about this. Now, would there be any reason why he would do such a thing, this guy?
Maybe he thinks Tom Brady sucks.
Is this a
Objection,
like
Your Honor. You're putting words in the mouth of a witness who's not here.
Yeah, we can't get into the mind of one seahorse.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
know.
the seahorse can, mate.
Look, we need the video link to Tasmania, but it'll take too much time for this segment. But hey, I'm just wondering, do you have any ideas? Yeah, just any thoughts at all? Why would you choose
Objection,
Marcus
speculation,
Mariota?
Your Honor.
It's not
sorry.
speculation, it's a question here.
No,
Your
I'll get the
Honor.
judge back. It's sustained.
Sorry, Your Honor. How is the witness supposed to understand the thought process of a person who's not here?
He can't. That's definitely one to the prosecution.
Yes, Your Honor. I do accept that.
I like how Manjot's like, I know this, but fuck.
It's just okay, yeah.
Getting caught in a web.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Fuck, Your
Look,
Honor. Fuck.
I shouldn't have cross-examined.
Okay. Objection, Your Honor. Bad language by the prosecution.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Mate, swear jar, Matty.
Yeah. All right.
I'll come and put
So-
$20 in, Your Honor.
Look, I just want to talk to the witness a little more. Just want to know, why would you trade Tom Brady for an equally bad quarterback in Matthew Stafford? What was the reasoning behind that?
Oh, I don't know. I was under trial, but it was purely for a matchup with the Cardinals, who I believe are a horrendous defense.
Yeah, and so you would believe that Tom Brady against any defense is just not a good matchup. So this was just matchup based then. It was just
Very.
he wasn't good enough compared to a Cardinals matchup then.
My specific reason was that I thought Tom Brady would have a very, very low chance of success in fantasy based off his weapons in that game. And I think that Green Bay defending quarterbacks and wide receivers is far better than the way they defend running backs.
And do you believe that Tom Brady can bounce back because he gets his weapons back?
I do.
See, all right, I rest my case there. I'll stop questioning the witness here.
Your Honor, did you receive my $50,000 bribe?
No, Your Honor, I can make a
Hang on.
better offer than that. Your Honor, I'll tank. I will tank starts of the week if you just let me win this one.
I thought you've been tanking the whole time, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say, after my last week, you would have thought I was. That's in the
Anyway,
late week show.
I'll make my decision. My real
Okay,
decision.
the defense. The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
Yeah, the
So-
defense rests.
You mentioned too, like a real NFL side. I don't think he's actually looked as bad in real life NFL as he has in fantasy. I do think moving forward, when he gets the weapons back, he will be better. But we also in this courtroom, and I'm very much, I'm a very good judge, if I could say myself, and I'm not going to allow this man to have done what he's done in the first 3 weeks, whether he doesn't have the weapons or not, and not get punished a little bit. I'm saying that if he was looking at 10 years in jail, I'm going to say he gets 2. I'm going to say that it's a downgraded charge from what he's on, because I believe he can turn it around when he gets his weapons back. We'll definitely give him a suspended sentence so he can stay
Yes.
out.
We'd like to
Jail?
enter a plea of guilty, but we ask for you to look at the factors such as weapons not there. There's going to be a hurricane this week, and of course, marriage counseling that's been ordered by the court. So please, Your Honor, just downgrade the sentence, please.
If I don't see some improvement out of this man in the next 2 weeks, I'm throwing his ass in the slammer. So you get your client into tip-top shape, Mr. Melli, if that is your real name. You get him into shape, or I'm coming for him.
All right. Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
The
I
prosecution would ask for some consideration to be placed on potentially maybe just some weekend detention to keep him away from doing any further damage in the short term, and potentially maybe he can do some courses or something to try and improve his performance when he's allowed to return to lineups. We just ask for that consideration, Your Honor, in your best judgment.
He's living alone at the moment, so he may as well be the jail cell anyway.
Oh boy.
I can't argue with that. That's really
Yeah,
weird.
well,
All right, Your Honor, I do accept your decision. We will relay this to my client Tom Brady. He will not serve jail time. Is that correct?
only if I see improvement in the next 2 weeks. If I don't see any improvement in 2 weeks from today, this man is getting thrown in the slammer.
Oh,
All
oh
right.
boy. Yeah, we'll revisit this in 2 weeks, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
See you in 2
He's
weeks.
got a
guys.
matchup against Kansas City, who's 24th against quarterbacks, and then he's got Atlanta, who's about 29th. So if I don't see improvement against those 2 matchups, he deserves to be in there.
Yeah, if we cannot beat the genuine asshole defense of Tom Brady, then there's no chance in the world. Okay. Yes, accepted,
Same.
Your Honor.
All right. Oh, I'll
Wow.
go get Talor now.
Far better judge. Oh my god. The problem is, I think Taylor's actually a better prosecutor and a better judge. That's the problem.
Matty, you're
Whole
not.
segment works better if I'm not here.
You're just not. You're just not the top guy, to be honest. No offense, Matty. You're just too nice. That's the problem. Need to
I think I've
develop
got
that.
enough.
No one's ever said that about me. I definitely not
Taylor's
definitely
got
too
that
nice.
deep voice. He's got that. You're big, Taylor. You're like 6 foot a million. So
7'10", sitting
so you're
down.
very intimidating, Taylor. So
6
I
foot a
wouldn't mess
million.
with you.
Poor Manjot has to share a commentary box with me, and even he's not scared of me. That's
Yeah.
Skinny little 20-year-old's not even scared of me.
Yeah.
Bloody hell! All right, so I think we can agree Tom Brady's got a bit of work to do, but
Yeah.
man, if you're in a position where you think you can find somebody better, we're not going to sneeze at that, but we're not recommending dropping him and sending him to dumpster. Yeah, that's pretty much the upshot. Just hang in there.
Unless
You
it's
don't have to
Seahorse.
start him,
He's
but
happy
hang
to do
in
that.
there.
Seahorse is happy to do it. With what we're looking at, it is not great.
Look, Goff. I was looking at him in the first round.
He wasn't, but I was rattled at wide receiver this week. I guarantee I go last.
Yeah, wide receiver is very, very interesting.
I'm not sure about really any of them, so we'll just say per Dr. Google.
Yeah, I wasn't actually. I was thinking about picking him up, but then, yeah, I just didn't. I'm going with Irv Smith Jr.
Ooh,
The
nice.
Smooches will have to wait.
Stitches. I was ready for that one.